Hey there, it's Jason Goodrich, taking a walk through Portsmouth, taking a look at some of the neighborhoods that really only the locals know. So today I'm in an area, I'm between Lincoln Ave, which is a really popular kind of, I give it as an A rating for a neighborhood, and Middle Street, the street that heads outside of downtown and out through the rest of Portsmouth. But anyway, today the name of the street that we're on is Rockland Street. So I grew up playing around here, and I'll show you over my shoulder here. This is the Buckminster Funeral Home. That was a building that, as a kid, it always scared me. It's very intimidating when there's a big full moon up behind it and a lot of clouds in the sky. But this is a really fascinating street. It's not too long. It goes down towards the baseball field. So I grew up playing around here. But there's a couple of big houses, so I'm gonna flip this around. So you've got this massive place on the corner with the most beautiful, huge beech tree in front of it. I've always loved that house. Really large. I don't know what the square footage is in there, but it's big. Same family's owned it for quite a while. Another really good sizable house right there. This is a beautiful property over on this side. This listed for about 1.1 million a couple of years ago, sold for $1 million. Sat on the market for a little bit, not quite sure why. I love the look of it. It's pretty fascinating. Great house here. It's really large. So this is all split up. These used to be apartments that rented, and I believe it was condominiumized a few years ago. So now all condo units in there. It's across the street from this building, which is I think it's an assisted living facility and rent controlled, but it kind of stands out in this neighborhood. It doesn't quite belong, but obviously great to have that type of housing for those who need it. Massive place on the corner. I've always loved that place. It sold about a decade ago, and really just is sitting on a beautiful property. It's a great lot, and then we're going to head down that way towards the baseball fields. This is Miller Ave, a little on the busy side, but busy is relative, for Portsmouth. So now we're down on the other side of Miller Ave, still on Rockland Street, and you'll notice in the background here, this is a baseball stadium. It's where junior high kids start to play. They have Legion baseball tournaments, high school baseball tournaments. So this was a huge part of my childhood. Grew up playing here, and hopefully my young boys will be playing here in the next few years. But you'll notice off right behind me here, this is multi-family. Those are apartments. I know they've been renting for years. But this whole street has just undergone such an updating, and there's some really beautiful houses up the way. I'm going to pop up, take a little closer look, but it's a really wonderful neighborhood. This is an A+ neighborhood, in my opinion, in Portsmouth. So this is a neighborhood where everybody kind of knows each other. It's a Little Harbor School District. They do the fireworks right up here for 4th of July. So, I mean, these guys are just in such a great neighborhood. That's why I call it an A+ neighborhood. It's pristine. The grounds are so clean, and you got all the fields right here. You've got the junior high in the distance. Downtown, just right over there, you see a white steeple. There's an old church, the center of town. So these people walk to town. So it really has everything. It's a really beautiful place. And so this house, I walk up, I wanted to show you this. That got torn down. The house that sat there for 50, 60 years got torn down a couple years ago. That was built, it was on the market for just a couple days and sold for $1.8 million. House up there is probably a $2 million house now. It's one of the more attractive, I think, in Portsmouth. I love the style. I love the location. Looking out on all of this, pretty magnificent. So anyway, let's wrap up. So that's a closer look at Rockland Street in Portsmouth, located off of Middle and between Middle and Lincoln, walking distance to downtown. Really interesting street. It's short, but some houses that I really love are on Rockland. So if you're ever interested in a house here, let me know. Thanks.